Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for Rising of the Shield Hero episode 10, titled In the Midst of Turmoil, which could mean anything, but should be interesting. Maybe some political machinations, some scheming. I don't know. Could be good. Last time on Shield Hero, we met Melty, the younger first princess. So the second daughter, but first princess of the kingdom, because, well, everybody knows that Malty's not suited for rulership, which is kind of cool. Naofumi and Raftalia got kind of tangled into helping her get home to the capital. They brought her home. It was cool. She loves philos, which is cool. We met the Pope. We acquired some holy water. There was some interesting stuff in that scene. The Pope was sort of surprisingly benevolent toward Naofumi, and we could just write that off as like, well, he's a religious leader, he's supposed to be like that, but he seems like he's got something up his sleeve. In any case, one of his underlings, the nun, brought over some not so pure holy water, and the Pope rebuked her, told her to bring the good stuff. Get this man the good shit. So he's kind of cool, but I get the feeling it's a front, it's a ruse. Then we're wandering around town. We get approached by a soldier boy who somebody in the comments let me know is the same soldier boy from the village of Loot, which is kind of interesting. And Naofumi just didn't recognize him and ran the fuck away because last time that soldiers came after Naofumi was a bad time. It was to drag him. Someone else in the comments wrote it was to drag him before the king and accuse him of rape. So not going with the guard anytime soon. We run into Motoyasu, who immediately attacks him, with his justification being that you've enslaved this cute little angelic bird girl, with no knowledge that that is the same giant, quote, fat bird who kicked him in the nuts, and she kicks him in the nuts again. Someone else in the comments wrote that she was, like, pretty low level when she first kicked him in the nuts, and now she's, like, level 40-something. so that packed a punch. Yes. Mine tries to declare a duel with her authority as a princess, of course, in the middle of the streets, after Motoyasu has already done a lot of damage to some shops and some buildings and stuff in the area, because he's not thinking about consequences, as the other heroes continue to do. And Malty appears and is like, nah, stop this. So... Oh, I said Malty. I meant Melty. Melty appears and says no. Important to get those... Yeah. Naofumi learns that Melty is the princess, and given his experiences with the royal family in the past, doesn't like that very much, and tells her off, and just like, I want nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing to do with the royal family. Y'all all suck. Which, I mean, he's not exactly wrong on. So... on that note, let's get into the comment spotlight, because there are a couple of comments that I want to highlight that said some good stuff. So the first one comes from Ash, who writes, "It's the wrong thing to do for Naofumi to dismiss Melty, but that's good. I'm glad he's not devolving into a do anything and always be right basic isekai protagonist. He has faults and they're consistent." I don't even know if his distrust of everyone is necessarily a fault. I think that without it, he might not have survived this far. Kind of a fundamental part of his character. I will say that I am glad that his character traits have been consistent. A big defining feature of Naofumi as a character is his sort of victim mentality and his complete distrust of anyone in this world from this world, and that has remained consistent, which is fantastic. It's good character writing. The next comment says some stuff about why I don't think he's necessarily wrong to dismiss Melty, which is from SysRestRPX. I don't know. "In most cases, you would be right about Naofumi jumping the gun on Melty, but it's not just Melty's sister that has a grudge against Naofumi. The king also does not like him. No matter how blah, 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 blah. No matter how well-meaning Melty may be, the king can trump both daughters. The duel showed just how blatantly corrupt the king is. Another hint that Melty will get written off by the king. Remember how they found her. She was playing with some birds by herself. What kind of guards are going to forget a princess? There is no excusing that unless they left her on purpose by order of the Red Princess, who they have gladly cheated for. This is interesting, and there are sort of two things. One is kind of a direct response to the sentiment that Ash expressed in his comment just a little bit ago, that it really makes sense for Naofumi to be like, you're a member of the royal family, I do not trust you at all whatsoever, you're probably part of their plans, and to go further, even if you do like me and you're cool, you're going to get trumped by your king. Now, that said, Melty could play an ally role, could play an interesting role, and we'll get into that in the next comment. But the second thing that I totally missed was, yeah, they left the crown princess behind with no means of getting home to play with a bunch of Philolials. Philos. They just left her behind. And that's kind of interesting. This shows a bit of, well, what I'm expecting from the next episode, which is some inner turmoil between Malty, and Melty. See how that plays out. I would expect that if such turmoil does brew, that perhaps the queen might return and put a stop to it. That would be interesting. We'll see. In any case, let's jump on to the next comment, which is from name I can't pronounce, Krljavidzo. Melty looks to be the opposite of Mine, and if she joins S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero's party, she is going to bring a lot of trouble for him, because Mine wants Naofumi and all his allies dead, so Melty joining that party would be like killing two birds with one stone, because she can get rid of the competition for the throne at the same time, and probably make up lies and pin the death of Melty to S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero. Interesting. So, I don't expect that Melty will join S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero's party exactly. She doesn't seem like much of a fighter type, but the way that I see her fitting into the story would be as a potential ally who gains a little bit of trust from Naofumi and works somewhat in his interests in the royal family, which could be really interesting. And because she seems to be the favorite of the queen, who holds all the cards, holds all the power, she could serve as like a line to the queen and sort of influence the royal family's perceptions of the S.H.I.E.L.D. hero by talking to the person who matters most in the royal family, the queen herself. I don't think she'll join the party, but you're right that if she does, that leaves a lot of room for Mine to scheme and plot and pin stuff on Naofumi. So we'll see how this plays out. I really don't know, but good comments all around. Okay, so comment spotlight being done. Let's get into this episode. Episode 10, I've got it up. It looks like the intro is the start. I can see the first frame. It looks like we're starting with the OP, which is kind of interesting. I think the last episode didn't start with the OP. It had a stinger with the fighting weird beasties and stuff. So maybe we get some interesting fighting and stuff in this episode. I don't know. As usual, there will be multiple versions of this episode. You can find picture-in-picture versions with the video up there, in the description down there, and the timer-based version with any discussion, frame-by-frames, run-through, whatever, on YouTube as usual. So, the timer-based version will have a beep-beep timer, which will go boop-boop-boop-beep, and on the beep in the green light, that's the same frame that the video starts playing on my screen, so if you're playing along, that's probably when you want to hit the button. Beep-beep timer goes here. This is tea, by the way. It's always tea. In this case, it's jasmine green tea, which is really tasty. Okay, we start off right where we left off. Fair enough. He doesn't. Ah, she does not seem happy about that. But maybe that's just because Naofumi dismissed her. That was a weird lip flap. Ah. Who dis? Oh. 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 Speaking lines from the queen. Okay. No. No. I don't wanna. All royals are evil. I was about to say he's acting like a bad parent. Refuses to speak his mind. You dum-dum. Yeah. Got them Vietnam flashbacks. Yeah. A little bit of PTSD. Uh-oh. Okay. It's all good, I think. Alright, this boy is back in town. Ask you for help with something? Or join your party. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And he's from Loot, so this makes perfect sense. Looks like, I mean, you could use a mage or two. There's this one little mage who's like standing in the background. Yeah, but I want to fight with you. Yeah. Because you legit. Oh, that's a boy. Uh-huh. How many of these guys do you think are gonna die? I'm gonna guess 3 out of 5. Ooh, okay. You have to pay. That's interesting. What's his reasoning? He's got some purpose for doing this, right? But he won't say it. Okay. Oh. Oh. Only those recognized by the court. But I guess being a hero gets around that? Or has Melty's recognition allowed that? Hmm. Autonomy. But you have to stay here. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so he's thinking that far into the future. Hmm. Church is back. Okay, okay. Was it just intended to scare him away? Is this the same one who brought the thing? And is that a decree from Malti? The king. Fuck you! Oh, that's a lot of nuns. Fuck all of y'all! That's some bullshit. Yeah, let's handicap one of the heroes who's here to save us. So why are you here? Hmm? Hmm? How so? Hmm. And they know that he got her from there. To another country? Yeah. Okay, so every country has a dragon hourglass. Okay. Okay. We might go traveling. Good move. The demi-human country. Okay, Siltfeld and Shieldfrieden. Another country that okay. It's another country of demi-humans. That doesn't leave a lot of time, but they get teleported back for the wave, right? Oh. Now Fumi better get or Motoyasu better get a better cup. Okay. A job request through the slave trader? Okay. Sewers? Uh... Is that a Durgan? Oh. Ooh. Okay. We killed the thingamajiggy. Splashed with sewage, eh? Is that the holy water? Yeah, her face is already better. Okay. I don't know if that's how it works, Raftalia. And you would kind of stick out in Tokyo. Where are we going? Just trading? Or to one of the other cities? Or are they scouting out potential battlegrounds? Wonder who the Lord could be. Oh, I guess it's nobody important. It's a big wall. What's going on up north? The fuck? Well, there's the turmoil. Bruh. Oh, here, what the fuck are you doing? That was the flag of Melremark and then another. Wonder what that was. Wow, okay, we've skipped 9 days into the future. Okay. Okay. Get some snacks, well fed. Oh, Bow Hero's here. Sword Hero's here. Is Motoyasu here? Is he gonna confront him? I'm gonna blame Shieldy. You got 27 hours. All right, Spider Boy. Retro. Of course he knows. Okay, okay. Oh, that's great. Things fell apart. And Naofumi was there to clean up the mess. Mmm. This is the subject, bruh. But they're just NPCs. Hmm. This is good. This is really interesting. Okay. Sword and bow are kinda coming around. Okay. Whatever, man. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's these guys. Got the money? Got the money. So, why did he want the money? Just because he wanted the money? Yeah, you betray me, it's over. I'm sticking with 3 of 5. Not the boy and not the mage in the front. Interesting. What is that rumbling sound? Ah. And ED? Nope. Starting the wave. Okay. I guess about 20 seconds left. Oh, she's here. Was she here before the wave? Or did she arrive with the wave? What is she? Questions. Cool. All right, next episode's title is Catastrophe Returns. Quite fitting. Okay. Cool episode. A lot of interesting stuff going on. Queen appears to be on Shield Hero's side, tentatively. We don't really know, but she has sent Melty to the capital to set things straight between the royal family and the Shield Hero. So, Melty's on a mission. And now Fumi dismisses her. Oof. The interaction with bow and sword heroes was really interesting because now Fumi sort of threw their stupidity and like, hey, you guys are really screwing up here a lot. So if you're wondering why your quests keep getting taken from you, it's because I'm the one cleaning up the mess. So it's your fault. Sword hero Ren goes with it, believes him, and apologizes. Bow hero, not so much. Interesting. No sign of Motoyasu. Don't know what he's doing or where he is at this point. And we got introduced to the existence of other countries and what they are and where they are. But we didn't have time before the wave to go and actually get there and do a level up, which is unfortunate. Fuck the church and the nuns who have been ordered. Well, I guess it's the king, really. And by extension, mine, who have ordered them to not let one of their critical elements in fighting off the waves of catastrophe level up. So dumb. Okay, I think those are the big things that stood out to me. There were a bunch of little things, too. So, the queen sending Melty to admonish the king for the shield hero. Very interesting. She can't return for reasons, which I hope we get more depth on as to why the queen is away and what she's doing out there, but we'll see. There was some cool stuff with Naofumi trying to make sure that Raphtalia has autonomy and chooses her own path. And his stated reason for that is because one day he will disappear and go back to his world, and she will have to survive on her own. Pretty interesting. And she requests to be taken back with him, which I don't think is going to work. Sad. And then there was a Spider-Man joke, which was great. Which was really great. Okay, let's skim through the episode rather quickly. There wasn't a lot of stuff that I wanted to look at again. There was kind of a weird lip flap at about 2 minutes that I wanted to see again. Yeah. What? I guess this only makes sense if we can hear the voice acting. Excuse me. If we can hear the voice acting. So he says, Philo. And then, what? Why we get a lip flap there? He didn't say anything. Whatever. Just a weird thing that I noticed. Melty's reeled down because she got turned away. We get the reveal that the queen has actually ordered her to do this. Very, very British soldiers type vibe from her peeps. Long live the queen. Refuses to tell anyone his reasoning for anything. Major PTSD. Then we meet this this band of merry disposable people. Dead. One of these two is dead. Unless they really want to fuck with us and kill the boy who we actually know to like give it some impact. But some portion of this band of merry travelers is dead skis in the next wave. Gonna call it right now. If they all survive, I will be surprised. So he requests that they get some money and to buy this accessory, right? It's just an excuse to get them to get the money so that they can buy upgrades for themselves. So they did a pretty good job of making me feel like Naofumi has a reason for doing this beyond just money, you know? So fixing up his stuff, finds out about the class upgrade stuff. So these nuns, like, you gotta pay for it. So he agrees, and then this nun is like, nope. King says no. And he gets some more PTSD, some more flashbacks. We go and see the slave trader, who is happy because his business is booming. And they ask him for advice on the matter. Get some claws for Philo. Pretty cool. And then we go on a little mini expedition to fight this weird wyvern snake thing. And kick its ass. Some cute stuff. Some jealousy stuff. Some take me with you stuff. Some traveling montage. Some more problems caused by the other heroes, in this case by the bow hero, causing a nation state or something to collapse. So this is a symbol we've seen before. This is a little bit different. What's this? So this is the Melremark thingy-majiggy. What's this? A different nation? A sect? I don't know. Alright, so then we go for a tavern scene. They're chatting about stuff. Something about great responsibility. Got some food. He takes a sip. Someone needs to be taught that with great power comes great responsibility. And of course he knows about it. He's a modern human being. Of course he's seen Spider-Man. Naofumi actually smiling. I just didn't know you'd been bitten by a spider. I love it. Super tongue-in-cheek. Really cute. Then he calls them out for all the shit they've been doing. Yeah, they orchestrated a coup, or Bow Hero orchestrated a coup, but now you got revolutionaries with no leadership skills in power, and they're like, well, we can't run this country very well. We're really inefficient, even less efficient than the previous monarchy, so they taxed the crap out of all the people. And at this point, Ren is like, well, shit. And it appears that this is from his view, that he sees the curse on Raphtalia and blames himself for it. I'm just reading into it. I don't know if that's actually the case. And then he's got some new armor with self-repairing stuff. They show up with the money. Pretty neat. Is she a... Looks like she's got a cat nose. Is she a demi-human? I don't think so. I think that's just weird shading. It really looks like a cat nose, though. Alright, gets a bunch of party members. I doubt they're going to last for long, and we've got somewhat less than 24 hours before the wave. An interesting thing, we see this place where the queen is once again. Melty has made contact. This is going to be a difficult mission for her, but it is part of her duty as the future ruler. And then this ninja girl is like, huh? I wonder what that's about. And then the queen seems to have some kind of connection to the wave, because we get this sound effect with the big rumbling, and then she, like, touches her chest. I wonder if she feels it, or if she just knows and is expressing, like, fear, consternation, whatever. I don't know. And then we start to see some wavy stuff. And this woman from the OP appears and smiles. And it looks like she was here before the wave hit. She was waiting for it. Her symbols are all moons, 4 moons arranged in a little pattern. Doesn't seem to be a country symbol, at least that we've seen. And in the OP, she appears to be an antagonistic force. Where's that sequence? Here. She's like, yeah. So they're all fighting joyously. And then she's here. She's got the fans. Blows air at the heroes and is like hovering above bad dudes. Seems like she's a major enemy, but I don't know. Maybe this is 2 cores, right? They've got a guaranteed 24 or 26. Rising of the Shield Hero, my enemy list. 25. Okay. So first core ends either 2 or 3 episodes from now. So maybe she's the prime antagonist for the first core. And we'll have a semi-climactic battle soon during the wave. We could do 2 episodes for the wave. That would be good. Okay. Pretty cool episode. Interesting setup. Interesting interactions between Naofumi and the other heroes. Interesting stuff with the queen and Melty. Interesting stuff with Naofumi and his forward thinking about when he's going to disappear. All around pretty interesting. Okay. Cool. Well, let's wrap it up. If you liked the video, go ahead and do that. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. It's all good. If you could leave me a comment letting me know what you disliked about it, then maybe I can improve it. That would be really helpful. If you're not subbed and you want more, maybe do that. And if you are subbed and you're not getting my videos, maybe the bell can help you potentially if YouTube decides to cooperate. And as always, if you really like this content or want to support this idiot who makes it, you can head over to patreon.com/Teeaboo to do that and get some goodies in exchange. So check that out if you feel like it. And finally, I have been Teeaboo. This has been Rising of the Shield Hero episode 10. There was definitely some turmoil, and we were definitely in the midst of it, so good title. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope to catch you, as always, next week in the next one. Peace.